And we are here today at this time to define ourselves. We are here at this time to deal with black leadership. That's the overarching reason that we wanted to call this meeting, because we know that there are some issues among our people and within our communities that need attending to. And you brothers and sisters were called, first of all, as I said in the initial email, because you are conscious, you are black, you are unapologetic about that, and you will stand up and stand tall against anyone who wants to resist that. That's why we're here. And while this is just the first time that this group has gotten together, we want to at least leave here with some consensus around where do we go, what do we do, how do we do it, in three broad areas. Economics, of course, politics, a little bit of that, we always need some of that, and education. We know that our children, here we are, I look around the room and I see some 50s and 60s. I also look around the room and see some young folks. We have to be connected with our young folks because they are the leaders that we're going to be looking to carry this thing forward. So we talk about black leadership, we want to include not only those of us who've been around for a while, but those of us who are coming along as well. So this is a call for new black leadership. And I want to read, I don't know if any of you got the packet that we had outside yet. Some of you did. But I want to read this because I've been reading a book that Brother Haki recommended, Brother Haki Malabuti recommended to me by W.D. Wright, The Crisis of the Black Intellectual. And I was reading the book, and just like Amafika was telling me last night about the book he was reading, I was sitting there reading this just, yeah. And I want to read this one paragraph to you to kind of set the tone as to why we're here. A call for new leadership. That's my title. Today there is no general black leadership, and the black political body is fragmented, isolated, individualistic, fanciful, delusional, susceptible to posturing, and has no real sense of engaging with black politics that are designed to help black people in America, specifically those millions stuck at the bottom. What could interrupt this situation and force blacks back to a general leadership and to a consciousness of black politics would be the emergence of new and differently oriented local black leaders. This would include some individuals drawn from those stuck at the bottom. There are enough black local leaders, community organizers, and activists who could initiate this new and different leadership across the country, and who could consciously and actively seek to recruit and train individuals up from varied misery for local leadership. That will be found in the last appendix of the book, The Crisis of the Black Intellectual by W.D. Wright. We have some of those books here today. When I was reading this book, I kept shaking my head. Yeah. Who is this brother? I kept calling people. I called Haki. I called Dr. Loback. Who is this brother? I haven't even met him. But everything that I've read thus far in his book speaks to the kinds of things that we're going to be dealing with today. And I really would like for you to begin thinking in those terms, that there is a vacuum, for lack of a better term, in black leadership. I think we need only look back at the last 40 years, 45 years, and then bring it forward and say, well, okay, we have a lot of leaders, and we do. But where are we? What is our foundation? What legacy? What is the future? What does the future hold for our children? Based upon the things that we've been doing simply over the last 40, 45 years. So the three areas that we talked about are the broad areas, but we're also going to deal with today some other areas. Our health, very, very important. Communications. You see these brothers with all the technical stuff and the cameras, and Keedy and Brother Delani's here, and all kinds of folks here who know how to connect us There is no reason for us not to be connected with all this technology we have in this country today. Brother Franklin Mayfield's here. We have all kinds of brain power in the room when it comes to that. We want to talk about how we can get connected and how we can stay connected and how we can take advantage, full advantage of this technology. We also want to talk about money, y'all. Everything we talk about doing, at the end of the day, somebody got to write a check. Right? And Brother Chika Akua is here, and he did a presentation yesterday at the Entrepreneurship High School that I started here in this city 4 years ago. And this brother laid it out. He talked about consciousness and capital. And those young kids, they were mesmerized by Brother Chika. So in this room today, we have a wealth of knowledge, intellectual capital, and financial resources right here among our people right here in this room. But we have to figure out how we can do what Dr. Anderson has been telling us for years, to aggregate our resources so that we'll be able to do the kinds of things that we hear all the time. Black people need. But at the end of the day, somebody got to write the check, right, bro? And when I say somebody, I don't mean one person. Because too often we hold up one person and look to that one person, the brother who has consciousness and capital, to fund everything that we conscious folks say needs to be funded. So my thing is, we got to figure out a way today to talk about pooling some money so that we can have the financial resources to do the things that we know need to be done. Otherwise, it's just talk, y'all. Just talk. So we're going to get into all of those things. And I want input, of course, from you guys out there, because I sure don't have all the answers. You know, I've been writing this stuff and preaching and lecturing for a lot of years, but and some of you 2-3 times longer than I have. Don't have all the answers. That's why all of us are here. I bet you the answer's in this room somewhere. Bet you that. So let's start to think about the collective and not what we're doing so much individually right now, but the collective and how we can get connected, stay connected, share what we're doing, understand what one another's doing, support what one another is doing, and figure out how we can move forward as a collective body of conscious black folks in this country so that we can find and develop and utilize new and alternative black leadership. How about that? All right?